Vernon Lady Rams softball on WMIX and WMIXsports.com, where you can listen from any device. Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Lady Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Lady Rams softball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Ren Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank.
Play ball!
It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Zerwinski for Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball from the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. The Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
And good afternoon from Olney. Welcome into your Landers Collision Center's pregame show on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Today it is the Mount Vernon Lady Rams and the Olney East Richland Lady Tigers. We're here in East Richland County, of course, in Olney. Home of the White Squirrels, with the Lady Rams looking for their first win on the season. They're 0-3. We'll talk more about that and some hope successes to come here in the Lady Rams season a little bit later on here on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers 6 to the ball. Call 1-888-Landers. That is 1-888-Landers. We need to take a break, and when we come back, of course, we'll talk a little bit more about the Lady Rams season to this point, as well as meet the Olney East Richland Lady Tigers. We'll take that break. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Too expensive to get back into shape? Not anymore. Ren Lake College's new fitness center is only $53 per semester. They've also thought of everything with universal machines, free weights, treadmills with dedicated TV screens, ellipticals, and more. Qualified dance instructors are also available. Or go at your own pace with DVDs that can be used in the exercise room. Best of all, it's open 7 days a week. Check out the Ren Lake College Fitness Center in the Marketplace off Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon. Or log on to renlakecollege.edu/Fit Center.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes. Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whap! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888-Landers to set up your repair. Deer claims are common, and usually a very simple process, which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers, asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need us. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-Landers. That's 1-888-Landers.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
And welcome you back on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers 6 to the ball. Call 1-888-Landers. That's 1-888-Landers. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. So glad to have you with us today. WMIX, WMIXsports.com. For the Mount Vernon Lady Rams and the Olney Tigers. The Tigers, of course, are 1-3 on the year. The Lady Rams looking for their first win with an 0-3 mark. Lady Rams are coached by Lance Bolt, of course. Matt Powell is the guider of the Lady Tigers. Of course, they are 1-3. They've beaten Florida this season in a little Illini play, but they've lost to Charleston Robinson in a very tough St. Anthony squad here in 2014. We understand we are going to have a national anthem here from Olney. Of course, we'll talk more about things and get you your batting orders here in just a moment. They'll be brought to you by Page Insurance on Crown View of Mount Vernon. Call 242-7000 for a quote. Of course, are going to have an anthem today? Perfect. We are going to have an anthem from Olney. We'll get to that in just a moment. Of course, we'll honor America the way it should be before your high school baseball and softball games. We'll go ahead and meet the Mount Vernon Lady Rams batting order first. Lauren Heinzman will lead off at left field. It'll be Alexis Stewart, your shortstop, batting second. Hannah Wright's at first base today, batting third. Rachel Wright's in the cleanup spot at second base. It'll be Mallory Garner batting fifth at third base. Lauren Wilson is in center field batting sixth. Hannah Carbonero bats seventh at catcher. Jasmine Hawkins is in right field today, getting the start for Lance Bolt, and batting ninth is your pitcher, Haley Michelle. So there you go. We wait for the umpires to get here. We know one of them is going to be more known for being a basketball official in the area. Jim Wagner will actually be in the infield today. I neglected to get the name of the home plate umpire calling the balls and strikes, but we'll have our meeting, of course, at home plate between the two head coaches, and we'll see some action in just a moment. We'll also get to know the defense for Lady Tigers after the national anthem, tell you who is playing where. We're all glad to be here with you on the road today. We're back in action, of course, tomorrow. It'll be Mount Vernon Rams baseball, weather permitting, against the St. Teresa Bulldogs. They'll come from Decatur. That game will be at Brennan Klein Memorial Field tomorrow. First pitch is at 4:30. Your pregame is at 4:15 here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Next Lady Rams broadcast will actually be, reading the math, on Saturday, April the 5th. They'll have a few games from the Vandalia tournament. They'll start off with St. Elmo Brownstown and then follow it up with T-Town. And should they win a game, their chances, of course, of playing a third game are a little bit more likely, as they would be in the third place or championship there from Vandalia. Of course, that's an interesting tournament. They have an hour and 10-minute time limit. International tiebreaker is in effect in that. So the Rams, of course, looking for win number one. They've lost to Marshall and have also lost to Heron. Lost to Woodlawn on Monday by a score of 12-2. Did not get to play the second game of the Jefferson County Invitational on Monday, of course, due to the cold temps and the falling snow. The umpires, of course, got together from both fields and decided there would be no game two for either team. So, Boyne got a win there. Woodlawn got a win there. Waltville, Cesarlear, and Mount Vernon took your losses. And no second games for those teams. The Lady Rams, of course, are going to crack in Waltville, Cesarlear on Monday. That should be a home game at the Cusimano Sports Complex. That'll be Monday at 4:30. As they're talking things over with the dimensions here, there's a baseball game going on concurrently over the far field. And the Olney Tigers baseball team is in action today. So glad you could be with us. Chris Hugo with you today. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're also on Facebook. And, of course, you can find a full scoreboard nightly at WMIXsports.com. Running down our broadcast schedule the rest of the week. Of course, Rams baseball tomorrow. We told you against St. Teresa. Then on Saturday, the Rams will have a road trip. It'll be to Coles County. They'll take on the Mattoon Green Wave. That'll be a doubleheader. That is coming your way on Saturday. 12:45 will be your pregame for Game 1. It'll be a 1 o'clock first pitch. Again, that is coming your way on Saturday. So glad to be here with you. Our first sports broadcast from Olney, at least in our current setup and alignment of broadcasters. Of course, Olney now in 3A in multiple sports, so it's a matchup that makes sense. Storyline behind this one, of course, Lance Bolt, the head coach of Lady Rams, is an Olney native, or at least spent some time in Olney. Moved into Woodlawn, of course, where the family hails from originally. Moved into Woodlawn after his sophomore season, graduated as a Woodlawn Cardinal, but spent half of his high school career here in Olney. Married an Olney native. Of course, his lovely wife, Brittany, is a class of 1999 grad. Played softball for this very team, so that's kind of how that fits into this. Of course, Chad LaCrone is the athletic director here at Olney. Lance, of course, his JV coach was Chad, made the call and helped get this game set up for the Lady Rams. So a new opponent on the Lady Rams schedule this season. That's how it counts to you. We'll have everything coming up in just a moment. For beyond the 4:30 first pitch time, so we'll have a national anthem to come, and they discuss things there at home plate and discuss what's in play, what's not in play, and discuss everything about this field. So we'll get started with your national anthem here in just a moment on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That is 1-888-LANDERS. We're going to honor America here from Olney. We'll take a break. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Too expensive to get back into shape? Not anymore. Wren Lake College's new fitness center is only $53 per semester. They've also thought of everything with universal machines, free weights, treadmills with dedicated TV screens, ellipticals, and more. Qualified dance instructors are also available. Or go at your own pace with DVDs that can be used in the exercise room. Best of all, it's open 7 days a week. Check out the Wren Lake College Fitness Center in the Marketplace off Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon. Or log on to wrenlakecollege.edu/fitcenter.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes. Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whap! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888-LANDERS to set up your repair. Deer claims are common, and usually a very simple process which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need us. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS, that's 1-888-LANDERS.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXSports.com. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. It is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. They also offer premium detailing for life of your car in their Mount Vernon and Salem locations. Ask about how you can enjoy that free premium detailing next time you have collision repair work done at Landers Collision Centers again in Mount Vernon and Salem. We'll get to know your batting orders here in just a moment. We actually have not honored America just yet. We will still do that here from Olney and do that momentarily. It's a battle of orange and black, but luckily it won't be too confusing, regardless of who we root for. The Lady Rams, of course, will be in their black tops, while Olney will be wearing orange tops. Trim is very well reciprocated. Of course, it's black numerics and white trim for the Tigers. Orange numerics and white trim for Mount Vernon. Of course, your batting order, Lady Rams, in about a month we'll meet them again. Lauren Heinzman leads off in left field. Alexis Stewart's the shortstop, batting second. Henry Wright's at first base, batting third. It's Rachel Wright at second. She's in the cleanup spot. Mallory Garner is playing the 5 and batting 5. Lauren Wilson's the center fielder, batting 6th. Rihanna Carbonero, the catcher, batting 7th. Jasmine Hawkins is in right field, batting 8th. And Haley Shelf, the pitcher, is batting 9th. Of course, defensively, for Olney, it's Kerrigan Coleman in left, Caitlin Mons at center, Haley Oakes in right, Taylor Barrick, Justin Yannicka, Tyndall Miller, and Bailey Spillman third to first. Paige Ginder is the catcher with Kaylee Royce doing the pitching for the Tigers here on an overcast Thursday afternoon. It's cloudy, it's chilly. Chance of rain in the forecast, though. The best chance, of course, comes during this game. So we shall see what happens. It's good to see some familiar faces, of course. Joining Lance Bolt's staff here in Olney, of course, Brian Reynolds has been added as a manager. And then, of course, there's Vicky Scoble and Courtney Scarborough, who have helped us out today. We'll honor America from Olney. We'll take a break. This is Lady Rams pregame from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Too expensive to get back into shape? Not anymore. Wren Lake College's new fitness center is only $53 per semester. They've also thought of everything with universal machines, free weights, treadmills with dedicated TV screens, ellipticals, and more. Qualified dance instructors are also available. Or go at your own pace with DVDs that can be used in the exercise room. Best of all, it's open 7 days a week. Check out the Wren Lake College Fitness Center in the Marketplace off Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon. Or log on to wrenlakecollege.edu/fitcenter.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes. Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whap! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888-LANDERS to set up your repair. Deer claims are common, and usually a very simple process, which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need us. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS, that's 1-888-LANDERS.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXSports.com. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with you today. Danny Zerweski is on assignment. We're back together tomorrow, weather permitting, for the Mount Vernon Rams and the St. Teresa Bulldogs. That should be an intriguing matchup. The Rams and Bulldogs meeting for the first time at Brennan Klein Memorial Field. That will be tomorrow. 4:15 is your pregame. 4:30 is your first pitch. Lady Rams softball, of course, is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Home of the one account. It's free checking and high-yield interest. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Of course, Page Insurance brings you your batting orders. We met the Lady Rams a little bit earlier as we head to the top half of the first inning. Page Insurance, call for help. 242-7000. So right now we're looking at a temperature of 57 degrees here in Olney. First pitch will come here in just a moment. Winds could gust out of the south about 23 miles per hour. We'll see how that impacts today's game. His first pitch set to come. A little bit of a late start here. Scheduled to get started at 4:30. First pitch comes at 4:38. That's inside across the corner for a strike. So Lauren Heinzman, she's getting a start in the lineup today for the Lady Rams. Alexis Stewart, Hannah Wright to follow here in the top half of the first inning. Lady Rams a long bus ride, an hour and 35 minutes or more, as the next pitch is high. It evens the count at 1-1. Here to Heinzman, the freshman. Stewart, the shortstop. She traditionally has played second base. We're going to flip-flop with Rachel Wright in the middle infield today, according to Lance Bolt. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's going to be fouled off, caught. Nope, dropped by the catcher. Trying to get her. It'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes to Heinzman. Got to have an extensive conversation with Lance Bolt prior to the game. Of course, knowing his background and knowing that he originally attended Olney, kind of want to get his thoughts on this matchup. We'll talk more about that as we await the 2-1 pitch, or 1-2 pitch, rather, make it 2-2. We saw that one coming. That was outside and high. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Heisman. Of course, Lance, we told you at the pregame, originally attended Olney, moved into Woodlawn, of course, after his sophomore year, and is playing both alma maters in the same week. As this is the 2-2 foul back, count stays the same. The Rams played Woodlawn on Monday, first game of the Jefferson County Invitational. Did not get the second game in. Should have played DuQuoin. They'll get another crack at DuQuoin. Weather permitting, I believe, tomorrow. Here comes the pitch on the way. Foul back. If there not been a fence or a window, that would have been in my face. And it's going to stay 2-2. Holly Carroll back in our Mount Vernon studio, doing a great job as always. Kenny Zerweski on assignment. I'm Chris Hugo, your WMIX Sports team for the day. Pitcher Royce gets set. Here comes another. That's going to be low. And good at bat here by Heinzman. She works the count full. Leading things off in the top half of the first inning. That started about 8 minutes late. No easy way to get to Olney from Mount Vernon. Of course, back in the day, it had been easy. Ripped into left field on a full count pitch. This is going to become a ground rule double as it went on the opposite side of the fence. It was a fair ball that went into foul territory. There is no fence down that part of the way, so that's automatically a ground rule double. And Heinzman leads it off with an extra base hit. Maybe the type of offense Lady Rams need to get started here today is it'll be Stewart with an RBI chance. Top 1. Nobody out. Quarter infielders playing even with the bag. Middle infielders midway to the grass. Bunt laid down. No protection can be popped up foul to the backstop. It'll be 0-1. To Alexis Stewart, Community First Bank of the Heartland, is the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams Athletics on WMIX, as well as the Showcase, the official voice of high school sports. Nice press box they have for us here at East Richland Community Unit District number 1, as this is going to be waved at and missed. 0-2 now to Stewart, with a runner on second and nobody out, top half of the first inning. Of course, Olney now, for a few years, has been a 3A school in terms of enrollment in the 4-class system in multiple sports. So 0-2, Stewart. Runner on second base is going to be waved foul towards the third base dugout, and we'll do it again. Saturday Sports Show comes your way each and every week. AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. It's after the 8 o'clock news. We've had an Olney guest on a time or two. talking to basketball coach Rob Flanagan many times over the years. Of course, the original Mount Vernon native. Bouncing into the count, Stewart. Here comes. This is going to be way foul toward the warehouse, just beyond the fence over the first base dugout. Stays 0-2 to Stewart. Stewart getting the start at short today. Again, traditionally saw her in a platoon with Emily Moore at second. Was getting the full starting role at second base. Going to try her hand at short today. Here comes. It's going to get away. Pitch high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stewart. As Heisman's going to try to toy with the infield and the catcher. Here for the Tigers. Little Illini Conference now. Spent many a year in the Apollo Conference, of course. And then part of the triumvirate with Newton and Robinson have left the Apollo and joined the Little Illini. Of course, the turmoil in that conference this week is the Black Diamond Conference voted in Edwards County. As this is going to be sent the opposite way, but a good grab by Stillman up the first base line, and that'll be your first out on the liner. So 1 out, a runner on second here in the top half of the first inning. Still no score. Of course, this game's only about 4 or 5 minutes old. As this will bring in Hannah Wright. Maybe some pop at the bat here. Gets the Lady Rams on top for the first time this season. 1 out, top 1. Royce set. Here comes the pitch on the way. It is going to be high. 1 ball and no strikes. Signs all across the outfield on both fields. Great community support up here in Olney. With East Richland High School. Here comes the 1-0. That looked like it may have just missed off in the outside corner. They're going to walk Heisman back to second base, and it'll be 2-0. West Richland High School is at Noble, but if you talk to most folks around the area, it's just referred to as Noble and Olney. If you look at the uniforms of both schools, they are Noble and Olney respectively. 2-0 the count here to Hannah Wright. Pitch in route is going to miss low, and it'll be 3-0. WMIX News at 5 today will be FM only on 94.1. Avery Barton will have your 5 o'clock news. See what happens on the 3-0 pitch. Hitters count, but it's going to be obligatory 3-1 as that catches the inside corner. Heisman going to toy with them again. Lauren Heisman, the freshman, of course, getting the start. In left field today, with a scratch from Monday's starting lineup, she would have been the flex out in right field. But now gets a start in the opposite corner outfield spot here for Lance Bolts on a Thursday afternoon. Chilly day here at Richland County. This is going to be ripped to left center field. That should score the run, Heisman. The center fielder having some trouble, Motts, and here comes Heisman in to score. The Lady Rams have their first lead of the season. It's 1-0 on the RBI by Hannah Wright. That is just what the Lady Rams needed. A bit of offense to get things going, and now they take a 1-0 lead here in the top half of the first inning. Lance Bolt trying to find a lineup that works. Heisman and Jasmine Hawkins are getting the start today in the defensive spot. Both of them will get in that bat, of course. This is the first pitch high to right. It's 1-0. Runner on first, 1 out, top 1, a 1-0 Lady Ram lead. A double by Heisman opened it up, an RBI single by Wright. And now Rachel Wright lifts one into right field. This will not be caught by the right fielder, Oaks. Around first, headed for second is Rachel Wright. Hannah Wright will go into third, and there's 2 in scoring position now for Mallory Garner. That's a big double by Wright to bring in Garner, the third baseman, and she has an RBI chance, a multiple RBI chance with runners in scoring position. Only 1 out here in the top half of the first inning. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, of course, are driven by Ford Square at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Find all of their inventory at FordSquare.com. This is fouled straight back on the first pitch for 0-1. Good cut. Type of cut that maybe sends one into the gap. This is the corner infielder, at least the left fielder, playing closer to the line. Right fielder probably just as close. Center fielder shading a hair towards left field for the right-handed batter. 0-1 is the count to Garner. 1 gone here in the top of the first. She'll wave and miss the changeup. 0-2. Coleman, Motts, Oaks in the outfield, left to right. Barrick, Yannicka, Miller, Stillman, third to first. Ginder, the catcher. Royce, the pitcher here for the East Richland Tigers. 0-2 the count. 1 gone, top 1. Here comes. This one's going to be popped sky high. Pitcher Royce took away with it. There's your second out. That was right back to the circle, although being an arc. Settle bring in Lauren Wilson with an RBI chance. 2 on, 2 out here at the top of the first inning. It's a 1-0 ball game. Pitcher Royce gets set. Here comes the pitch. Wilson looking to rip one, and she'll take one. It's 1-0. Carbonero on deck for the Lady Rams, who have their first lead of the season, at least according to what the statistics I have. Coming in game number 4. They're going to have a busy season and a lot of tournaments this year. So this will be an inside-out swing, foul ball, third base dugout of the play. It'll be 1-1. Of course, the Lady Rams got themselves into the Vandalia tournament this year. They've gone to the Fairfield tournament for quite some time. Back in the Triad tournament, there's a West Frankfort tournament involved as well for the Lady Rams this season. I was thinking there was one more. Yeah, maybe not. 1-1 to count, 2 gone. Top one, a 1-0 lead. This is going to be a roller to the catcher. Good stop by Ginter, and it'll be 2-1. Top of the first inning. If you're just joining us, Lady Rams on top 1-0 on the RBI single by Hannah Wright. Here comes a pitch. Wilson will swing and miss. That's going to be a foul tip, so it'll be 2-2. With 2 outs, Lady Rams trying to make hay here in the first. They lead 1-0, but have runners in scoring position. The runners are on second and third. WMIX, WMIXsports.com with you today. Don't forget to follow us on the social media. 2-2 pitch and way, and that's going to be a foul ball, third base line. Good grab by Lance Bolt. Back in play, and away we go. It's make or break time still here against Lauren Wilson out in center field today. She played left on Monday. Moves over to center as Lance Bolt's trying to make some adjustments to the lineup and see what he can work with. Wilson's going to back out of the batter's box, called sign, take a few practice hacks. The Wrights are on second and third, Rachel and Hannah respectively, ready to come home in a 1-0 ball game. Top one. Is this going to be outside corner? Oh, just misses. Now it's a full count to Wilson. A good eye. That was just off of the plate. Not by much. Royce may try to go there again. Catcher sets up inside corner, full count. This one's going to be raked. Fair ball down the left field line. That's going to play a couple. And it'll be a ground rule double of the RBI variety as that one got out of play, still rolling toward the baseball field. As they don't share a fence, but they almost do, if that makes sense. There's actually 2 fences, probably not more than 10 feet apart in left field and right field on the baseball diamond. So a ground rule double by Wilson makes it a 3-0 Lady Ram lead. That'll bring in Hannah Carbonero, 2 outs, and a runner in scoring position. Pitcher Royce will offer, and this is going to be low for ball 1. 3-0 Lady Rams on top here in the top of the first. Video streaming returns with high school football in August. The Mount Vernon Rams and Taylorville Tornadoes. The video presented by Red Lake College. And this is right across the plate, 1-1 now to Carbonero. Of course, the Red Lake College can save you thousands of your college education. Log on to rlc.edu to find out how. 1-1 count, 2 gone. Runner on snack, and Carbonero's going to send it right back up the middle. This could score Wilson. Bolt's going to wave her around. Here comes the throw. It's going to be off of the mark. And the Lady Rams have a 4-0 lead on the RBI by Carbonero. The Lady Rams, this is exactly how you needed to start. And now that'll bring in Jasmine Hawkins. With 2 outs in the top of the first, a 4-0 game. Community First Bank is the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams and Lady Rams. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Ask about the one account. It's free checking and high-yield interest. As we will have a visit at the Circle presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black of the Medicine Shop, of course, proud to sponsor the Mount Vernon Rams and Lady Rams. Trying to get you caught up on some of the changes. It looks like we are going to have a pitching change here in Olney. We'll get all that for you in just a moment. Of course, we'll have to offer some warm-up pitches. As Royce will take over at shortstop. And we'll let you know the rest defensively, see if there's any other changes, of course, coming up. New pitcher is going to be Larissa Michaels here in the first. She'll take over after 2/3 of an inning, of course, from Kaylee Royce. So all the offense thus far, and the runner on base still belong to Royce. Royce goes 2/3 of an inning. He's up 4 runs, all of them earned. Gave up 5 base hits. Walked none, struck out none. That is your line on Royce after 2/3 of an inning. getting some warm-up pitches. Larissa Michaels, your new pitcher. So Yannicka, the shortstop, actually moved to right field in the switch. So here we go. It'll be Jasmine Hawkins with a runner on. Takes a pitch outside for a 1-0 count. Shelp on deck. She is the starting pitcher for Lady Rams today, so all trying to help her cause the 4-0 lead here in the top of the first. This is going to miss inside and low. It'll be a quick 2-0 count here to Hawkins. 1-3 are the Tigers. 0-3 are the Lady Rams. And the next one, the 2-0, is going to be popped up foul. The catcher gets chased. Ginter's not going to be able to get there, and it'll be 2-1. So Michaels will actually not bad as a substitution. It was actually for the flex. This is going to be a strike call. That'll get away on the throw. It's going down to second was Carbonero. It'll be a 2-2 count to Hawkins as the Lady Rams are a batter away from having batted around. It's an RBI chance now for Hawkins. If she can get the bat on the ball here on the top of the first, the Lady Rams are threatening. Welcome back to Personal Banking. That's the mantra of Community First Bank. 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts. This pitch is high. Full count to Jasmine. Highlight of Hawkins' athletic year might be the buzzer beater at Carbondale to give the Lady Rams a 47-45 win on December 17th as this comes inside, and that'll put 2 aboard. Interesting. Looks still not closed yet on Kaylee Roy. She's responsible for the runner on second base. All of her runs are earned. See what Lance Bolt's going to discuss here. Is he making a change already? As this is Carly Verheyen in the on-deck circle. Carly's going to get that bat here in the first with 2 on and 2 out. 4-0 ball game. Sees the Lady Rams on top. Interesting stuff in the early going as we've had a chess match. Bounce across the inside corner of Verheyen. It's going to be 0-1. The umpire said 8 for 1, which would imply Jasmine Hawkins, who's on first base. So that's confusing in itself. This could be corked. Good grab by Lance out of the third base coaching box. That took him off his back heels, and it's going to be 0-2 now to Verheyen. Carly spelled K-A-R-L-I, according to my roster, as the 0-2 misses outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Interesting. Pitch on the way is going to miss outside. Oh, yeah, Tony Wilt's scoreboard update. Of course, you can find Tony online at TonyWilt.com. Look for him at his office, the corner of Water Tower and 42nd, or try to find the White State Farm Jeep around town. Here comes Tip, keeps it alive. It's going to remain 2 balls and 2 strikes to Verheyen. Only score we had to report at the moment is in baseball action as Warren Township beats Harrisburg 5-3. Warren Township out of Gurnee, 2-2. Chases after the high pitch and bounces off toward the first base dugout. We stay alive. We're near the top of the 5 o'clock hour. Your 5 o'clock news today will be on 94.1 FM only. Avery Barton will have your check of 94 News at 5. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the first, 4-0 ball game. This is going to be fouled toward the batting cages beyond the third base line. First inning is 18 minutes old. 4 runs across the plate for the Lady Rams. Of course, they've had 5 base hits. Only 2/3 of an inning for the starter, Kaylee Royce. Marissa Michaels is trying to get the final out. She walked the only batter she's faced. Looking for an out pitch here on 2-2, and nope, not going to happen. It's going to be a full count as that misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Back on the air tomorrow, 4:15, your pregame for the Mount Vernon Rams and the St. Teresa Bulldogs. Will be from BK Fields. That's going to be a strike across the inside corner. Lady Rams bat around and take a 4-0 lead through 1/2. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
The Chevrolet Open House event is going on now at Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Get big savings on the entire lineup of top-quality fuel-efficient cars like the Sonic Spark, Volt, Malibu, and Cruise, all backed by our award-winning service department. Schmidt Chevrolet is your regional Chevrolet headquarters. But hurry, the Chevrolet Open House event is here for a limited time, and these deals won't last long. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Complete. That's the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois with a full sports medicine clinic, state-of-the-art MRI, a spine care team that focuses on pain management, arthroscopy specialists offering total joint replacement, hand surgery, and complete rehabilitation services. Doctors Chow, Hool, Ahn, Kowalski, Freehill, and Smith stand ready to serve you today with offices in Mount Vernon and Centralia and satellite offices in Benton and Nashville. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Lady Rams on top, 4-0. 4 runs on 5 hits for Mount Vernon. And that does close the book now on Kaylee Royce. She's responsible for all 5 hits, 4 runs, and all 4 runs are earned. No strikeouts and no walks for the Olney pitcher. We do need to meet the batting order, of course, for Olney. It'll be Jensen Yannicka leading off at shortstop. Kerrigan Coleman's your left fielder batting second. Taylor Barrick bats third at third base. Paige Ginder's your catcher in the cleanup spot. Kaylee Royce will bat fifth. She is now the shortstop instead of the pitcher. Haley Stillman bats sixth at first base. At the seventh spot is Sarah Hill at your DP. And, of course, Caitlin Mons, bats eighth in center field. And Kendall Miller is at second base, batting ninth. If I had better handwriting today, I might have been able to read that a little cleaner, but it's brought to you by the Page Agency. Call 242-7000 for a health quote. It'll be a right-handed batter to get things started. 4-0 ball game. Shelf is your pitcher for the Lady Rams. This is going to be corked foul, first base side, out of play, 0-1. Hannah Carpenter does the catching. It's Mallory Garner, Alexis Stewart, Rachel Wright, Hannah Wright. For third to first, Lauren Heitzman, Lauren Wilson, and Jasmine Hawkins in the outfield from left to right as the 0-1 pitch going to scoot outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 coming. It's going to be a nice pitch. Change up across the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Second Chance Auto, one of our Rams booster sponsors. Largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in one location is at Second Chance Auto as the 1-2 count. Spissed it inside. It'll be a foul ball. Falls in between the charging Gardner and Carbonero. It'll stay 1-2. Second Chance Auto, of course. No fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals. That's at Second Chance Auto again. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. One of your Rams boosters for baseball. Famous for the halftime show in both football and basketball. As the 1-2 comes. Going to drop a little low. It'll be 2-2 here to Yannicka with Coleman and Barrick to follow. And the only half of the first. Lady Rams on top, 4-0. Haley Shelf, of course, the sophomore pitcher, comes with a 2-2. Took some off, but it's going to be a ground ball. No problem for Rachel. Throws over to Hannah. The rights make the play. And 4-3 is your first out. Kerrigan Coleman, the left fielder, bats second. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom half of the first inning. 4-0. Lady Rams on top. Found some offense here in the early inning. So lefty bat for Coleman. Of course, play for the slap. She'll take a pitch outside. It'll be 1-0. Of course, both Garner and Wright charged on the play. Fundamentally sound on the charge. Of course, Rachel Wright went over to cover first. Now they're going to let Rachel Wright cover for a possible slap. Here comes. This one will be ripped right through the middle of the infield. Playing shallow was Wilson and limits the damage. So that'll be a 1-out single for Coleman. Brings in Taylor Barrick. As Olney tries to get something going here in the home half of the first inning. Chris, Hugo with you. Holly Carroll back in our Mount Vernon studio. DC on assignment today. He'll be back with us before you know it. This is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Online at WMIXsports.com, a proud member of the Withers Broadcasting family. 1 on, 1 out, home half of the first. Schotbot pulled back. The runner's going. Nobody covering second base. The throw is going to sail into center field, but staying at second is Coleman. Nothing to 1 the count. 1 gone. A runner in scoring position now for the Tigers in a 4-0 ball game. Lady Rams took the early lead. Shelf gets that. Here comes. Ripped into right field. Hawkins will give chase. It'll get underneath the glove. 1 run will come in to score. Heading towards second is Barrick, and she'll stay put. Interesting. Single and an error on the play. The runner was already around third before it ever got underneath the glove. So now it's a 4-1 game. Lady Rams still on top. Again, they're going to try to make things a little more interesting. She has an RBI chance. The other catcher does in the cleanup spot. She'll take a first pitch strike across the plate. It'll be 0-1 here. Eek. Eek, eek, eek. First run of the ball game. 1 meets more. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. It means free checking and high yield interest. Means the first run of the inning, of course, for Olney. Trailing by 3 now, 4-1. Bottom half of the first. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here comes the pitch on the way. Catches the inside corner. It's quickly 1-2. Clear Rams trying to make some adjustments, looking for their first win of the year. It won't get any easier in the next few games, of course. They're going to have a busy week coming up. But that's an inside-out swing. It's past Rachel Wright. Not much she could do there, having to come over towards first. And a run is going to score. It's sliding in safely. It's Barrick to second base. Will go Paige Ginter, and it'll be an RBI. Barrick just kept going. It was storming toward home and planned to score the entire time. And just like that, it's cut in half. It's 4-2 with the runner in scoring position. Just 1 out here in the bottom half of the inning. After such an auspicious start to the game, the Lady Rams are trying to keep themselves collected. Well, that's where that went. Had an Olney roster the entire time and forgot I had it. Yeah, you'll have that. According to the schedule I have, Lady Rams, of course, have Waltonville Cesar-Lear on Monday. They'll travel to Carmi on Tuesday, Althoff on Thursday, and then the Vandalia Invite, of course, will be on Saturday, the April the 5th. Of course, in the South 7 Conference, they do something I cannot stand, and I don't care to say that. I guess it's smart. It just does not bode well for us. The baseball and softball teams play same city, same day, same time. Making it difficult, maybe if you have multiple kids playing on the teams, or maybe you're trying to cover everybody. Makes it a little bit difficult to get some of the premier conference games in for both genders, but it is what it is. So both teams open their conference season next Thursday at Althoff. This is going to be the first pitch seen, lifted foul by Royce, now the shortstop. Ball's behind 0-1. Has an RBI chance, though. Back-to-back-to-back singles have meant 2 runs across the plate in the bottom of the first. Just like that, it's a 4-2 ball game. 0-1 is the count. Shelf set. Here comes. Got just in front of that, did Roy. She was looking to put some good alloy on the ball. And now it's 0-2. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler Center, home of the Express Lane, fast oil changes and more. Service without an appointment. They do much more than just oil changes. 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. This is going to be a fly ball in the shallow center. It's going to fall for a base hit. Now a collision. A run should come in to score, but Coach Powell going to hold her up at third. Probably a wise move there. As Ginter's going to hold up at third. There'll be runners at the corners now. That one just hung up long enough, had enough hang time to be a single, and now the go-ahead run approaches the plate, and Bailey Stillman. Unfortunately, the soundtrack here at Olney is not available on iTunes, so the individual songs, I'm sure, are. Doing a great job, of course, up here in the booth, playing the walk-up music for the Lady Tigers. As the first pitch is in the dirt, it's going to be 1-0 to Bailey Spillman. Sarah Hill, the DP, is on deck. as Lady Rams are trying to keep the lead here in the bottom half of the first inning. We got started at 4:38. Past the 5 o'clock hour now, 5:07 as we near the half-hour mark for 1 inning of play. And just one out here in the bottom half of the inning. 4-2 the score. This is the pitch in the dirt inside. Runner from first not going to go as Roy stays put. And it's 2-0 to Stillman. We're on Twitter, WMIX Sports. We're on Facebook as well. Here it comes. Inside-out swing. This will drop in front of Rachel Wright. She will not have a play. It'll be an RBI single for Bailey Stillman. There you go. 4-3. Back within a run are the Tigers. Runners on first and second. Just one out here in the inning. As this will bring in Sarah Hill, the DP. Much like your DH in baseball. Here it comes. Takes the first pitch low for a ball. Keen eye there. Gets ahead of the count here, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, one out. Here in the bottom half of this first inning, 4-3 is the Lady Ram lead, and she chases the high fastball. Jasmine Hawkins on the run to make the grab. Trying for the double play at second. Doesn't quite get there. Floating not quite right, of course, from the middle infield. So instead of a double play, it ends up as just 2 outs, but the Lady Rams will take the out. That was a tough play. Good angle taken by Hawkins. On the run to make the grab. Glad to have those of you listening on WMIXSports.com. As this could tie the game and maybe give Olney the lead. It is going to be a base hit by Mons in the left field. Coming home to score will be Royce. And at second, is safely. Standing up, of course, is Mons. So an RBI single for her. She ends up at second base. She hesitated going around first, waiting for the play to happen, keeping it as a single, and advancing to second base. She puts runners at second and third now. With 2 outs in the home half of the first inning, a 4-4 ball game. Just like that, we're tied, but a major RBI chance for Miller. She's going to wait on the changeup. Looks like she's ready to pounce. And 0-1 is the count. Chris Hugo with you. Denny Zerwinski on assignment. Ollie Carroll back in our Mount Vernon studio. As this pitch is outside, it'll be 1-1. St. Teresa, the Bulldogs come to town tomorrow for Rams baseball. Rams drop one St. Bulldog and get another. As this is going to be foul down the first base line. Softly hit 1-2. Rams had a doubleheader with St. Anthony and the Bulldogs last year. Then, for whatever reason, although from our vantage point, easy to see why, drop them. They get St. Teresa from Decatur, also the Bulldogs this year. As the 1-2 pitch will even things up as the pitch is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tiger baseball going on in the opposite field. As the 2-2 comes, this is going to be sent foul toward the first base dugout. We do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom half of the first inning, tied at 4. The Rams thought they had 4 unanswered runs in the top half of the inning, but they have since been answered here in the bottom half. However, the threat's still looming with runners on second and third. Shelf's pitch on the way outside. It'll be a full count. Both teams have batted around in the first inning, making things very interesting at this point. Let's see if Olney is able to capitalize with Kendall Miller. Make or break time. Here comes the pitch on the way from Shelf. Swung on a miss. 4-4 after 1. We'll take a break, come back. This is Lady Rams Softball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at TonyWilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams Softball.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, as we head to the top of the second. Top of the order due up for the Lady Rams will be Lauren Heinzman, Alexis Stewart, and Hannah Wright, 1, 2, and 3 in this 4-4 ball game. Lady Rams scored 4 in the top half of the first. Thought they had something going, and then the Lady Tigers come back to tie it in the home half of the first inning. And as a result, it's your 4-4 score. Winning Edge is one of our great Rams booster sponsors. Of course, snapback hats are better. Have you seen their selection of Rams snapback hats? Winning Edge. They customize without any activewear or apparel for you. Visit them at 212 South 9th Street in Mount Vernon. Or log on to winningedgeusa.com. It's where you get set with second inning action. Pitcher, of course, Larissa Michaels back out for trying to get her first full inning of work. She came on with 2 outs, so this is fouled back by Heinzman, a fall behind 0-1. One and 3 are the Lady Tigers. They beat Florida to open the year, beat them 18-6. But this is going to be a bunt foul, now 0-2. Reached out for it, tried to catch it with her bat, but had the bat angle down and popped it up. Lost 2 games in the Olney tourney. Mr. Robinson and Charleston lost to St. Anthony on Monday. Here comes the pitch. This is going to be lifted foul down the third base line. Stays 0-2 to Lauren Heinzman, the freshman. Lady Tigers will have T-Town. That's at Teutopolis, of course, on Monday. That's an opponent the Lady Rams will see in that Vandalia tournament next Saturday. 0-2 the count. Tie ball game. 4-4 here in the top of the second. Heinzman leads it off. Takes the ball low and inside. It'll be 1-2. Stewart in the on-deck circle for the Lady Rams. Of course, a 4-4 ball game. Now Vernon and Olney here on the road. Lady Rams, of course, the bus ride. Probably a long one as the 1-2 comes. Fouled back. It'll stay the same. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Heinzman. Of course, we talked about Little Illini Conference, some of its comings and goings. The 3 Apollo schools with the Exodus, of course, a couple of years ago. Paris making the trek next year as it's fouled back. Heinzman staying alive. Working into a 6-pitch at-bat now. Of course, Edwards County's Board of Education voted last week to give their 2-year notice to the Little Illini Conference with the contingency that on Tuesday's meeting in the Black Diamond Conference they were accepted, they would be out in 2 years, and that's exactly what happened as the BDC approved Edwards County on Tuesday night. So Edwards County leaves Little Illini, and in 2016 they'll play their first football games at BDC play. They're eligible to play Black Diamond baseball and softball games next year. Tomahawk swing, ground ball to third. Pulls the first baseman off of the bag, and safe at first. Willie Heinzman on the air. So things are changing. Of course, some other schools not happy. Martinsville left many moons ago. Oblong getting out. Talk of Palestine and Hudsonville getting out if they haven't already. Cumberland was talking about making the jaunt elsewhere. So the interesting to see what happens in the Little Illini. How many teams they decide to stick with or what happens to the rest of the conference. That'll surely be a topic we peruse on the Saturday Sports Show as Heinzman's going down to second. Throw will be high. Ball pulled the shortstop off of the bag and no chance for a tag as Heinzman gets a stolen base. 1-0 count for Alexis Stewart. The pitch was high. Michael's trying to get set here. It's an RBI chance for Alexis. Pitch on the way, shows bunt, lunges at it. It'll be a strike. 1-1. Of course, when you look at the Little Illini up and down, talk of some other schools not happy with the current conference setup, and maybe they wanting to bolt. 1-1 coming. It's going to be a bunt at them. They're going to run Heinzman back to second base. She has been toying with the defense anytime she's been aboard the second base bag. It's 1-2 to Alexis Stewart. Hannah Wright's on deck for the Lady Rams. She had an RBI single her last time. Now Stewart pops one up left side of the infield. The third baseman wants it. Merrick will make the grab, and there's your first out. Now bringing Hannah Wright. She singled and scored back at the first. Part of the 4 Lady Ram runs across the plate. Right now we're tied at 4 here in the top half of the second. Temperature to start was 57 degrees. It certainly does not feel like 57. On a chilly, overcast Thursday afternoon here in East Richland County. Here comes the first pitch. It'll miss high to Hannah Wright. 1-0. Of course, rain in the forecast. It rained on the way over. as the 1-0 comes. This is going to be ripped. Ooh, soft liner right to the glove. Looked like it was harder hit than that, but a soft liner to the glove of Barrick. That'll be the second out with a runner on second base. So the RBI chance diminishing here, but with 2 outs in steps Rachel Wright. She doubled her last time. And later scored. Did not get an RBI. The 2 RBIs came from Lauren Wilson later on. This is going to be in the dirt. They're going to toy with Heinzman. Heinzman may have run herself into an out. Nope, slides underneath the tag over there at third. So a little cat-mouse game gets her over to third base, and Heinzman that much closer to the go-ahead run. Runner on third, 2 outs. Top of the second, 4-4 ball game. See what Michaels goes with to try to get Olney out of the inning. Here comes. This one's going to be softly hit to the shortstop. Royce will pick it up. Wright racing to first base and makes the play. So 6-3 retires aside as Lady Rams strand a runner. We're through 1.5, tied at 4. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford Lincoln dealer at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. Construction, heavy hauling, emergency vehicles, agriculture, forestry, utility services. Within these and countless other essential industries, the guys and gals who do the toughest work count on one heavy-duty truck more than any other, the Ford F-Series Super Duty. Day in and day out, built Ford tough, diesel and gas powertrains enable F-Series Super Duties to pump out plenty of horsepower and torque, along with great fuel economy. At Ford Square, we have cashback incentives up to $5,500 on F Super Duties and a great selection right now. Come see one of our sales associates at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where the best never rest. And you can also view all of our inventory, new and pre-owned, at fordsquare.com.
Back to Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we're looking back on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with you. Holly Carroll back at our Mount Vernon studio. So glad you could join us today. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're on Facebook as well. We'll have the Saturday Sports Show coming on Saturday morning. We'll probably talk about that little Illini conference this year, the Black Diamond Conference, what could happen. Saturday morning, we'll also talk with Tim Holloway, Rams baseball coach. We know we'll talk with Lance Bolt about the weekend review from Lady Rams softball. All coming your way right here, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. It's Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news. Right now, in baseball action, of course, behind Salem High School, the Orphans lead the Wildcats at Central Salem today. That's at the bottom of the 4th inning. Orphans on top, 1-0. Of course, Harrisburg fell to Warren Township today, 5-3. A lot of these northern schools make their way south, of course, in early spring to get some games in. Make some southern swings, of course, on their spring break and get a valuable playing time. Right now, we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Tied at 4. 2 up now for Olney. It will be Yannicka, Coleman, and Barrett. Top of the order due up as both teams batted around in the first. So we shall see what happens. See if the Lady Rams can get something done here. I don't see too many changes. Yeah, I do see some changes for the Lady Rams defensively. We'll catch up with everybody in just a moment, of course. As the first pitch of the inning is going to be swung on a miss for a strike. It's 0-1 to Yannicka. Danielle Barshevsky, the freshman, is the new Lady Ram pitcher. It's like her high in at second base now. We'll double-check that. Big post in my way. The count is 1-1 strike to Yannicka. Leading things off at the bottom of the second, 4-4 ball game. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams. Log on to ComFirstBank.net and read more about one checking. Free checking, high yield interest is 1-1 as a count, but not for long as it's fouled off. It is 1-2. Heinzman, Wilson, and Hawkins are your outfield. Left to right for the Lady Rams. Barshevsky, the pitcher, here comes with some velocity. High fastball swung and missed. That's your first out. So that will bring up Kerrigan Coleman, the left fielder who singled, stole a base, and scored back in the first. Was the first run for the Tigers. So Barshevsky gets set. Here comes. Oh. that is going to 1-0 count. It's your second inning, tied at 4. Chris Hugo with you, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. So I get tricked up on Twitter. Follow us at WMIX Sports. Show up the lefty. Simply looking to slap her way aboard. The count is even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch and round. Ooh, swung and a miss off the glove of Carbonaro. It'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Barrick on deck. She's had an RBI single her last time. There was also an error on the play that allowed her to get to second base. Later came around to score. Right now, Lady Rams trying to keep it tied with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Pitch and round. Ooh. Fouled off to stay alive between the 5 holes, the catcher, and the umpire. Prochaski took over here in the second for Haley Shell. As both trying to get his pitcher some action. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, just misses on the outside floor to the left-hander. Now they'll even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 out. This will come inside. The count will be worked full by Coleman, having a good at-bat. River College powers are video streaming. Log on to rlc.edu. See how there are more than 100 degree and certificate programs. See which is right for you. Fly online while you're there. Full count, 1 gone, bases empty, and this is fouled off. Staying alive in the at-bat is Coleman. 3 p.m. first pitch in that Harrisburg-Warren Township game today. The Bulldogs lost 5-3. Also in baseball, the Centralia Orphans lead Salem in the bottom half of the 4th inning. That's a 4, or make that a 1-0 ball game. As we'll foul it off again over the third base side, out of play. Interesting. On the softball side, St. Teresa trails Mount Zion 2-1. E-Town all over. That doesn't say the opponent, 12-0. We'll get that for you. Pop up left field. Ooh, it shifts to foul territory. Unable to get to it, Heinzman. It keeps the count full. Unreal. What an at-bat here for Kerrigan Coleman, the lefty. Full count, 1 gone. Nobody on here in the bottom half of the second, a 4-4 ball game. And this one will be, just passed. Alexa Stewart to the left. Heinzman will chase it back to the wall. Coleman is around second. Will she head for third? Nope. It'll just be a double of the 1-out variety. Girls soccer, Highland and Waterloo are tied at 2. Still trying to figure out who T-Town was playing. Oh, Casey Westfield in baseball. T-Town shelling them right now. Here comes the first pitch of the at-bat to Barrick. It's a strike for 0-1. Ball strike. No balls, a strike. 4-4 ball game, 1 on, 1 out. The runner in scoring position now for the East Richland Lady Tigers. Scoreless after 2 outs and on in Greenville on the softball side as the 0-1 pitch is going to catch the play for 0-2. Good curveball there. No balls, 2 strikes. Scoreboard updates presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online at TonyWilt.com. Look for the white State Farm Jeep around 10. Or visit him in person at the corner of South Water Tower and 42nd. On a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, good night for Barrick. That'll be the second strikeout for Barshevsky. With 2 outs and a runner on second now for Paige Ginder. She had an RBI singler last time. Now trying to get another run batted in. Swings hard, but fouls it off to the backstop. It'll be 0-1. The Polish Power. Early nickname. Probably won't stick for Barshevsky, of course. It's brought some heat here in this particular inning. 1 on, 2 out. It's right over the plate. They're just a little low for the umpire's liking. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Ooh, just off at the plate. 2 balls and a strike to Ginder. The catcher in the cleanup spot. Second at bat today. Both teams batted around in the first inning. Both teams got to at least a cleanup spot in the second. We'll see what Olney does here in this particular half inning. Pitch on the way. It's going to be sent foul over the first base dugout. And just like that, it's even 2 balls, 2 strike count. If we find you any other scores from around the area, we'll try to see what kind of updates come in over the next few innings. This is going to be a curveball outside. The runner going to third. Garner. Ooh. Throw is good for Carbonero. Just underneath the Garner tag, and the count is full. Thought she was going to get the tag down in time. Just underneath it slid the base runner. Is this going to get away on a wild pitch? And Olney's going to take the lead on the walk. A wild pitch low, went underneath Carbonero. And now to second base will go the runner, and she is going to be tagged out. But not before the run scores for the Tigers. They take a 5-4 lead after 2. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
What does technology sound like? Is it the clang of heavy machinery, the beeps and chirps of an electronic gadget? At the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, technology sounds a little something like this.
It's the sound of a young girl excited because her mom's being released the same day as her minimally invasive surgery. Thanks to the Da Vinci surgical robot, our surgeons' hand motions are seamlessly translated into smaller, more precise movements. But surgery isn't the only way Good Samaritan is raising the bar for advanced healthcare in Southern Illinois.
That's the sound of a patient's health record being updated and stored electronically for immediate access by nurses, primary care doctors, and specialists alike. That's why soon, the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center will use all electronic patient health records. Less paper translates to faster, better care for you. And that sounds a little something like this.
The new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, raising a hospital, raising the bar.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. Driven by Ford Square, this is Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball.
WMIX, WMIXsports.com, presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Lady Rams trail by 1. Of course, Community First Bank of the Heartland 1 means more. It means free checking and high-yield interest. Community First Bank, welcome back to Personal Banking. 5-4 as Olney pushes the run across the plate in their half of the second on a wild pitch. Runner gets thrown out at second. It was a base on balls. And now we head to the top of the third. 5, 6, 7 due up for Mount Vernon. It'll be Mallory Garner, Lauren Wilson, and Hannah Carbonero. So let's see what they're capable of. The Rams hoping for some more offense. Got 4 early runs. Things were looking pretty good, like a well-oiled machine. And then in the bottom half of the inning, they surrendered 4 runs. And then Olney gets another one across the plate in the bottom half of the second for this 5-4 lead. So interestingly enough, Lady Rams in familiar territory, playing from a deficit. First pitch to Garner. Looks like it was low and outside, so it'll be ball 1 to Mallory. Lauren Wilson on deck, Hannah Carbonero to follow for the Lady Rams here. In the top of inning number 3. Pitch and route. Who's going to just miss inside, but good enough for a strike, maybe 1-1. The resolution is quickly. The wheels are falling off of that bus. They will not call balls and strikes before the umpire. Top of the third. Tigers on top, 5-4. Bases empty. Garner's going to lift one into left. Wind could push this foul, but this is going to be off the glove of the left fielder. So Garner will stroll into second base. The Lady Rams have a runner in scoring position to start things off. They will take that. That was lifted, and the wind carried that one. South winds, of course, about 23 miles per hour, according to the recent gusting. So here we go. It'll be Lauren Wilson, RBI chance with Garner on second. 5-4 Tiger lead. Lady Rams looking to cut into it here. Thus far, 5 unanswered runs for Olney. Waves a change-up and misses. Down to third will go Garner. So aggressive base running for Mallory. These are Lady Rams with a tying run on third base. An 0-1 count on Wilson with nobody out here at the top of the third. Second Chance Auto, one of our great Rams booster sponsors. Find them on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Been around for 34 years. The 0-1 to Wilson. Tapped foul to be 0-2. Think about Second Chance. No fancy sales or gimmicks. No high-pressure situations. Just make great financing for all and honest deals. As well as the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced at $10,000 in one location. Many reasons why they've been around for 34 years, but Those are some of the top reasons for second chance auto. They also great supporters of the Rams and Lady Rams. This is an 0-2 pitch, going to waist high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wilson had a 2 RBI double her last time. Could get a run batted in here to make it 3 and tie the ball game in the third. Pitch on the way, high, 2-2. Things are going to get busy for WMIX Sports. Games every day next week outside of the Sabbath. It will have been that way this week almost, except for the cancellation Tuesday. Underneath it is Wilson, fouls it off, stays alive, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tomorrow it's Rams baseball versus St. Teresa. Saturday a double tip with Mattoon on the road. The JV will come to Mount Vernon. Monday the Rams at the Benton Rangers. Tuesday they host Effingham Flaming Hearts as Wilson was trying to duck into a ball 3, but it'll be a called third strike in your first down of the inning. That'll bring up Hannah Carbonero. She had an RBI single her last time. 1 out and a runner on third for Lady Rams here in the top half of the third. Down 1. It's 5-4. Trying to get this one in today. Pitch on the way. Ooh. Just low. It'll be 1-0. Montini Broncos come to town for baseball on Wednesday. Thursday, the Rams head to Althoff. Friday, the Rams will head to DuQuoin. It's popped up sky high. The pitcher, Michaels, will get underneath it to make the grab. There's your second out. And Saturday, the Lady Rams head to the Vandalia tournament. They'll have St. Elmo Brownstown and Topless. Back-to-back games. St. Elmo Brownstown is a co-op, not 2 different schools now. Of course, dual conference members in basketball, the National Trail and the Egyptian Illini. This is going to be raked into left center field for a base hit by Jasmine Hawkins. She lifts a fastball and has an RBI single to tie it at 5. So Hawkins gets into the lineup and pays dividends today. She walked her last time. It was stranded, but now gets a big base hit to bring home Mallory Garner and gives the Lady Rams a 5-5 tie. So Verheyen will get another at bat. She is at second base. They need to go. This will cross the inside corner. Looks like it might have missed as Hawkins will slide safely into second base. As Jasmine swipes the bag. So runner in scoring position. It's an RBI chance now for Carly. With a 1-0 count, 2 gone. Top 3, we're tied at 5. 5 Harrison County branches for Community First Bank. Mount Vernon Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. 1-0 coming. Sent foul behind us. Leaving the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Everything here in one place at Olney. Novel concept. We look at the football field in the foreground. Baseball fields here as well. As the 1-1 misses high, 2 balls and a strike to Carly Verheyen. Hines been on deck for the Lady Rams if it gets that far. Here in the top of the third. They've tied it at 5. See what we get out of this. This is going to be lifted left field side. Royce, the shortstop, gives chase and will make the grab. And that does it through 2.5, tied at 5. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get out a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball.
Welcome you back to Olney, where we at the bottom half of the third inning. It's a 5-5 ball game. Lady Rams came back to tie it on an RBI single by Jasmine Hawkins to scored Mallory Garner. So now we are tied as Olney will have Kaylee Royce, Bailey Spillman, and Sarah Hill do up here in the bottom half of the third. scoreboard updates throughout the afternoon. Of course, we told you Harrisburg lost 5-3 to Warren Township. Salem was leading Centralia 2-1 in baseball action. That one was in the 5th. This will be an inside strike to Royce. She started out the game, went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 4 runs. Since then, Michaels has come on in relief, just allowed a run. Curveball on the way, maybe a screwball there. Some nice English to that, as that'll be fouled off. Nothing. No balls and 2 strikes. The Rams lead the JV game 10-1 in the top of the 5th inning. Here comes 0-2 inside out swing. It's a foul ball down the right field line to stay no balls and 2 strikes. Barshevsky came on in relief in the 2nd inning. Of course, like her counterpart Michaels, was limited the damage to a run. But right now we're tied at 5. 0-2 the count. Royce gets it started. Nobody on, nobody out, obviously, here in the bottom half of the 3rd. Let's see the pitch en route. Ooh, just misses inside. 1-2. See what happens. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swung on a miss. Took something off at that time, and there's your first out of the inning. 3 strikeouts now for Barshevsky. 1 out now for Bailey Spillman. She had an RBI here last time. As Barshevsky gets set. Here it comes. That's going to be high. 1 ball, no strikes. Good Lake College powers our video streaming. It returns in August for Rams football. 1-0 coming. Swung on a miss. Fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Spillman. Of course, at Red Lake College, you can save thousands of dollars on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu to find out how. 1-1 coming. Ooh. Just misses. 2-1. Of course, Olney, Newton, Robinson all left the Apollo Conference a couple of years ago in a move that was obviously football-based. Looked like a brilliant decision for Olney. Then they move up to 3A. Of course, the IHSA even out the classes of the 4-class system. Olney goes up to 3A. Move not so much, of course, for sports like basketball and baseball and softball. Doesn't do as much damage in your spring sports, but for basketball, all things considered, made it a little bit tougher in terms of competition. But, of course, in boys basketball, Rob Flanagan against Tigers upset Effingham in terms of seed only. As the 2-1 counts, that's going to miss inside 3-1. And then able to keep it close with Centralia in the first half before the Orphans pulled away to win that regional over there at Salem. 3-1 coming. Fouled off. Full count, 3-2. So Olney's had its history in boys basketball especially. Of course, and until this year, had the all-time leading scorer in Illinois girls basketball history, Brittany Johnson. As the full count, pitch comes, and that's going to be in the buttocks of Spillman. She'll take her place on first base as a hit batsman, and 1 on and 1 out now in the bottom half of the 3rd. Of course, the Tigers for years were coached by Ron Herron, of course, in our part of the woods, better known as the brother of Benton Rangers and SIU Salukis head coach Rich Herron. Ron follows the footsteps of Rich at Benton before heading to the bench at SIU with his brother. That's the call. First strike on the first pitch to Hill. It's 0-1. 1 out, a runner on first, bottom of the 3rd, tied at 5. You're on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Barshevsky's pitch fouled off first base dugout side and gets out of play, 0-2. A proud basketball tradition, no doubt. Here in the home of the White Squirrels with a 0-2 count, 1 on, a runner on first for the Tigers. Pitch on the way, Barshevsky, and this is going to be a ground ball. Hard hit. Stewart trying to turn 2. The throw is going to get away from Verheyen. Spillman's going to stroll to third base. It gets into the outfield. So on the air, it'll be first and 3rd now, runners to the corners. Whoops. Had the right idea, trying to turn a double play, but a low throw makes it impossible to turn, and now an RBI chance for Caitlin Mutz, who had an RBI here last time up back in the 1st. 5-5 ball game, bottom of the 3rd inning. Scoreboard updates today presented by Tony Wiltshire, State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. Barshevsky's set. This one's going to get away, and a run could score. Spillman's going to head home. The throw will not be in time. And the second will head Sarah Hill. And Olney takes a 6-5 lead. The wild pitches that allowed the last 2 runs to get across. And Just like that, it's 6-5, Tigers. As Caitlin Bonson stand back in with a 1-0 count, a 6-5 lead, and an RBI chance. You find Tony Wilt from the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. He's online at TonyWilt.com, or look for the white State Farm people around town and get you a better state with State Farm. 1-0. Ooh, nice pitch there. Swung on a miss. Not much you can do. It's 1-1. We're on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. Putting content up all the time. This is going to be into center field where Micaiah Rush, who's into the game, will make the play. Try and double off the runner. The throw will get away. Barshevsky makes a diving stop as hijinks almost ensued, and that'll be the second out. Defensively, Lauren Hines with Micaiah Rush, Jasmine Hawkins from left to right in the outfield. Barshevsky, your pitcher. Carbonero is your catcher, as will meet the infield again in a moment. This is going to get away. This is a pass ball. Down to third will go Hill. Things have gone to Sam Hill here in Olney, here in the bottom of the third, a 6-5 game. Pitcher Barshevsky set. 1-0 the count, 2 gone, runner on third. 2 swings and misses, does Kendall Miller. Just like that, it's 1-1. Valerie Garner, Alexis Stewart. Cannot see past the post to see the second baseman. Here comes. Tried to look before the aim, but it keeps getting in my way. 2-1 the count on the pitch, and it's high. Anna Rice at first. It was for high in a moment ago at second. And a 6-5 game led by Olney here in the bottom of the third. 2-1 the count, pitch in route. That's going to miss low. It'll be 3-1. Softball today at the top of the 6th. Carlisle leads Woodlawn 10-4. Lady Card's got a big win yesterday over ZRC as the 3-1 comes. Catches the outside corner, counts full. Lady Cardinals beat the Lady Rams, of course, back on Monday, 12-2. And right now, Lady Rams trailing here, 6-5. Bottom half of the third, full count, 2 gone. Pitch and route is going to be sent foul toward the first base dugout. Out of play, we'll do it again. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. 5 Jefferson County branches, responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Full count offering, ground ball to short. Stewart will pick it up off the hot, fires over to first. Good stretch by right. And that'll take care of things in the third. Damage is limited, but it's 6-5 Olney. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
With the housing market picking up and rates still low, now's the perfect time to purchase a home of your dreams. Hi, this is Joy Schrader, mortgage specialist from People's National Bank. People's National Bank has several different programs to choose from to help get you in the home of your dreams. Stop by and see me, Joy Schrader, or apply online at peoplesnationalbank.com today.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Loan subject to credit approval.
Has bad credit or lack of credit kept you from buying a vehicle? It won't at Automart of Salem. Automart of Salem is your buy here, pay here headquarters. All credit applications are accepted, regardless of your credit history. We take pride in our selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Each vehicle is inspected by our experienced service department before it makes the lot, something that is not done at many other buy here, pay here dealerships. This is Manager Amy Thompson. I encourage you to come see me today. I will not allow your credit history to stop you from getting behind the wheel of a pre-owned quality vehicle. Come see me at Automart, located next to Schmidt Ford in Salem.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
Welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, as we head to the top half of the fourth inning. Lady Rams trailing the East Richland Tigers 6-5. Top of the order due up here, Lauren Heinzman, Alexis Stewart, and Hannah Wright. Or Lance Bolts, Lady Rams. Pitch in route, showing bunt was Heinzman, pulled back. It's going to miss up and away for a 1-0 count. Larissa Michaels, looking down at Lauren Heinzman, and then combined the first and last name of the pitcher. But here comes the pitch on the way, and towards left, shading foul to be nothing at 1-1 to Heinzman. Michaels has done an admirable job. Of course, came on with 2 outs in the first, inherited a base runner, and a 4-0 deficit. Now the team's rallied back to take a 6-5 lead here at the top of the fourth, with Heinzman leading things off. Lauren Heinzman, just a freshman. also varsity action for Jeff Lon and the Lady Rams basketball team, as this is corked down the left field line. And it's foul, so the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Heisman reached on an error last time, doubled her first time and scored. He stranded her back in the second. Got a run across and then go to tie at 5. Lady Rams looking for that same tie here in the fourth. Swung on a miss, waved at it, so a rare strikeout for Heisman, and that'll bring up Alexis Stewart with the bases empty and 1 out. Community First Bank of the Heartland, your community, your choice, your bank. 5 locations of friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. 6-5 game, nobody on, 1 out. A pitch that just misses up. 1 ball, no strikes to Stewart. I like what the Tigers do here is it swung on a miss, maybe a foul tip even, 1 ball, 1 strike. They wear pullovers when it gets cold, but their numbers are on the back. You certainly can't top that. Certainly better than wearing hoodies with no numbers on the back. 1-1 coming. This will be in the left field on the run. The left fielder makes the grab, and there is your second out. The Rams trying to avoid going down 1-2-3 for the first time today. We'll see what Hannah Wright can do. Popped up to third base her last time, had an RBI single back in the first. As Barshevsky will step into the on-deck circle. With 2 outs in the top of the fourth, Lady Rams trail. Pitch on the way is going to be low to Hannah, 1-0. Hannah Wright, Hannah Carbonaro. 2 of the Hannahs on Lance Bolt's team here in 2014, a team looking for their first win, and to make something happen as Wright will see a ball outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch on the way is going to be foul tip, staying alive here. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're also on Facebook. We'll have the WMIX Sports Social Media Question of the Week coming up on Saturday morning. On the Saturday Sports Show, hope you'll join us before we head to Mattoon for Rams baseball on call. Second strike, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lady Rams trail 6-5 here in the top half of the fourth inning. Olney certainly made a comeback. And this one is going to be just gotten underneath, deep in the left field, and that's going to be just foul. The wind carried that one. Looked like it wasn't going to be much. And if she gets off the bat on that, that is probably into the baseball field as a home run. So as a result, it's just a loud strike 2. 2-2 the count, 2 gone. Bases empty for Lady Rams here in the top half of the inning. See what Hannah Wright can do. Bases empty, 2 gone. Rips one in between the legs of the third baseman, and that will just stay inside the fencing, and that'll be a 2-out single. So Wright, a good base hit there to bring up Danielle Barshevsky, as the pitcher is going to try to help out her own cause. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Log on to FordSquare.com to schedule your service appointments and view all of their inventory. As the first pitch is high to Danielle, it's 1-0. Every pitcher Rams baseball here on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. You can find select Lady Rams softball games as well. Find our broadcast schedule, you guessed it, at WMIXSports.com. Runner Wright's going to go. Throw is on the mark. Tag not in time. Good leading throw by the catcher, Ginder. And the count stays 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 gone, and a runner aboard as Wright ends up at second base on the steal. And here comes the pitch, and it'll turn Barshevsky inside. 2-1. Last check in the JV game, Lady Rams led 10-1. See what they get on the 2-1 pitch here. Swung on a miss. Counts even 2-2. Right now, the Tigers a strike away from being out of a possible jam here in the fourth inning. So glad you could join us today, regardless of how you access our broadcast. We have archives online at WMIXSports.com. Follow us on Twitter, of course. Stay up to date. Swung on a miss with a changeup. That'll end the Lady Rams threat here in the fourth. Here through 3.5. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Lady Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
5, Olney. As we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning for the Tigers, it'll be the top of the order. It's like Phil Jensen, Yannicka, Kerrigan Coleman, and Taylor Barrick for the Lady Tigers. Don't see any more changes to the Lady Rams defensively, so it's still Heinzman, Rush, and Hawkins in the outfield left to right. Garner, Stewart, Verheyen, and Hannah Wright from third to first. Carbonero behind the plate. Danielle Barczewski is your pitcher. As this will miss up and away, a 1-0 count. Yannicka struck out her last time, grounded out to second or first. She's 0 for 2, looking for her first base hit. Tigers on top 6-5 on a pitch that's up 2-0. Near the top 6 o'clock hour. We got started at 4:38. Waved at and missed on a pitch that would have been up, but it would have been on the outside corner. So remove all doubt, swing and miss, and make it the first strike. 2 balls and a strike. Bottom of the 4th, it ain't a 6-5 game. This pitch will miss well. Trying to hit spots here. Counts now 3-1. Hitters count. The bottom half of the 4th inning. Back at it tomorrow, 4:15. Your pregame, 4:30 is your first pitch. WMIX, WMIXsports.com would be the Rams and the St. Teresa Bulldogs. Outball makes it a full count. Softball today, the Benton Rangerettes. Benton Rangerettes softball beat El Dorado 14-0. They beat Wayne City yesterday 11-1. So the Rangerettes on a roll here in 2014. 3-2 comes inside. That'll be a leadoff walk to Yannicka. Scoreboard updates presented by Tony Welch, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. He's on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Online at TonyWelch.com. Look for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get you a better state with your good neighbor, State Farm. Trying to slap is Coleman. Got the runner caught between first and second. Rush will come into cover, and luckily for Yannicka, she's able to get into second base. Nobody was covering. The center fielder Rush had to come in and cover the bag as the middle infielders fought on trying to charge and cover for the slap. So an RBI chance on the stolen base by Yannicka. Keen base running there. Of course, for Yannicka, you have to go full speed. But nobody cover. It'll be a bunt back to the pitcher and a good grab by Barczewski. And Danielle makes the diving stab, and that'll be the first out. So runner on second, one gone. Bottom of the 4th inning. East Richland trying to add some more to it. Always feels awkward saying East Richland. It is what it is. For Olney, since that's what's on the front of the uniform. As this is fouled off, first base side. 0-1 to Barrick. Wayne City beats Crash-Our Rock in softball today, 24-1. Salem leads Centralia 6-1 in the top of the 7th in baseball. JV Lady Rams get a 13-1 win here at Olney. As the pitch misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike to Taylor Barrick. RBI chance with the runner on second base and 1 out here in the home half of the 4th. Danielle Barczewski is the pitcher in her 3rd inning of relief. And we'll get 1 low. It'll be 2-1. Rain in the forecast. Possibility of some strong thunderstorms. Chance severe was hovering over more to the Missouri side of the Mississippi earlier. This will be an inside-out swing. Fell off first base side. Will make things 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count even to Barrick. Had an RBI single her last time. Scored. Actually, that was the first. Last time she struck out. Allegedly 58 degrees right now. Doesn't feel like it. The sun behind the clouds, getting ready to set for the day as we near the 6 o'clock hour. 2-2 the count, 1 gone. Runner on second base, pitches high. It's full count to Taylor Barrick with the catcher Paige Ginder on deck. Next one coming is going to be up and away. So a walk. With 1 out, puts 2 aboard. First and second are your runners for Paige Ginder. She walked her last time. Thrown out after a wild pitch. Actually, the wild pitch scored the runner Coleman back in the second, making it then 5-4 ball game. And then Ginder was thrown out trying to get to second base. First and second here. 1 out in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Lady Rams trailing Olney 6-5. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. Welcome back to Personal Banking. 5 Jefferson County branches, responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Let Community First Bank be the first to say. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. So Ginder will dig into the right-handed batter's box with 2 on and only 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th. Trying to add to this 1-run cushion. Barshevsky gets set. Waiting Ginder to get in the box, and now she's ready to fire. This one will be tapped out into right field. Hawkins on the run to make the play. On the single, now a high throw to home plate allows the lead runner to score, and in comes Jensen Yannicka. It's a 7-5 White Squirrel lead. Wow. Great piece of hitting work on the blooper in the right field. Now it's runners at the corner. 7-5 score, 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning for Roy. She struck out her last time. Got aboard back in the first via a single. See what she does here against Barshevsky. Pitch is going to be lifted into right. Hawkins on the run. Makes the grab. The runner's going to tag. Here comes the throw. And that'll get away on a hop from the catcher. 1 run in. They're going to hold the second runner at third base. So with 2 outs, it becomes 8-5 Tigers. So a sac fly RBI. For Royce brings in Bailey Spillman. Runner on third, 8-5 game. The Tigers are in control. So it'll be Spillman to dig in. The right-handed batter's box against Danielle Barshevsky. Runner on third, 2 outs. That out swing will be a foul ball over the first base dugout. 0-1 is the count. You say about Winning Edge, one of our Rams and Booster sponsors here in just a moment. As we approach the top of the 6 o'clock hour, the pitch will be over the plate but low. Count evens itself at 1 ball and 1 strike. Baseball and softball season are here, but what about your corporate season? Make the call to the bullpen for Winning Edge's high-quality embroidered apparel to equip your employee team in style. Winning Edge. Downtown Mount Vernon. 2-1 is the count on the ball. Outside for the batter. Haley Spillman, who takes it high. The count is 3-1. Runner on third, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning, 8-5 ball game. The Tigers with a 3-run lead as they've added 2 more. Here comes the pitch on the way. And that'll miss inside. It'll be a 2-out walk. Things starting to get a little bit away here from the Lady Rams as the DP Hill will head to the batter's spot. Stop the hour. This is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Chris Hugo with you. Holly Carroll back at the Mount Vernon studio. Danny Zerwinski on assignment today. He'll be back with us tomorrow. Chilly afternoon here in Richland County. Pitch on the way. Some lumber on it, theoretically, but Hawkins will back step to make the grab and get the Lady Rams out of the inning. We are through 4. It's 8-5. Olney. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Renly College's Adult Volunteer Literacy Program is looking for volunteers to help stop adult illiteracy. Give the gift of reading and be a hero forever. Renly College will provide you with training and materials to help adults develop the basic reading ability needed to excel. You can work one-on-one, tutor a small group, or work with students in an adult education classroom. Experience the joy of helping others and change a life. Call Renly College's Volunteer Partnership toll-free at 800-369-5321, extension 1342.
This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome you back on WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with you as we head to the fifth. For the Lady Rams will be Mallory Garner, Mallory Garner, Micaiah Rush, and Hannah Carbonero. If I have the lineup changes right here for Lance Bolt, we could see some more. We'll see what happens as we head into the top half of this inning. 8-5 score, East Richland on top. So we'll see what happens here as this game progresses. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. One of our Rams boosters is Second Chance Auto. They have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced at $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto around 142 East. Mallory Garner will lead it off. She reached and scored her last time. Reached on an error, later came around to score. Tying the game then at 5. But since then, 3 unanswered runs from the Tigers. Right now, Olney on top. As Mallory Garner will stand in. First pitch on the way. Lifted foul, left field side. Oh, that's chilly Thursday afternoon here in Olney. Michaels, the pitcher, set. 0-1 the count here to Garner. This is high. It'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. One coming. That's going to be in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike to Garner. Micaiah Rush stands in the on-deck circle for the Lady Rams, followed by Hannah Carbonero. In the top half of the 5th inning. Speaking of 5, that's how many branches in Jefferson County you'll find for Community First Bank of the Heartland. 2 at Mount Vernon, as well as Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Yount sets a foul tip off the shoulder of the catcher, Ginger, off her throwing shoulder. Appears to be okay. Umpire's going to check on her, make sure everything is good to go. And the count will be 2-2 to Garner, who leads things off at the top of the 5th inning. Takes one high. It'll be a full count. JV got a win today. The Lady Rams beat Olney 13-1 in the junior varsity game. Inside to Garner, she'll take a leadoff walk. That was well inside. Had to get out of the way. That'll bring in Rush. Mackay took over in center field a couple of innings ago for Lauren Wilson, and now she gets her first at-bat of the game. So the runner on and nobody out. Shows bunt, drops it down in front of the box. Looks like it might have hit her bat. Throw down to first will be in time. And on the sacrifice, Garner heads down to second base. The Rams trailed by 3 runs. They're back in action on Monday. We'll have Waltonville, Centreville, the Spartan Co-op. The game will be at the Crucimano Sports Complex. 1 gone, a runner on second here in the 5th. That's going to bounce around. Carbonero takes ball 1 to get ahead here. 1 ball, no strikes. Last check, Salem was leading Centralia in baseball action 6-1. But Salem leading Centralia. You may have said that the opposite way. I apologize if I did. We'll have time called to take a look at the softball. We'll pocket that one and get out a fresh yellow bot. Here in the top half of the fifth inning, Lady Rams looking for some runs. RBI chance for Hannah Carbonero. Carbo is 1 for 2 today. Had an RBI single back in the first. And now the 1-0 pitch is going to miss. 2 balls, no strikes. Jasmine Hawkins on deck. She had a big RBI single to tie it back in the third. Since then, East Richland scored 3 to take an 8-5 lead. 2-1 count. We'll see what happens. Going to miss up and away. 3 balls and no strikes here to Carbonero. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by King City Chrysler Center, home of the Express Lane, fast oil changes, and more. Find it right there at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Probably should have been ball 4, but the obligatory 3-1 call rears its head. And with a runner on second and 1 out, it's 3-1 count to Hannah. Here in the top of the fifth, pitch on the way, and she will lift this one. May not see the outfield. Shortstop Royce will make the grab, and there's your second out. Just got underneath it. And with 2 outs, that'll bring in Hawkins. Jasmine, of course, had a 2-out RBI single her last time. We'll see what she can do this time with 2 outs. Top of the fifth inning from Olney. Here at East Richland High School. Lady Tigers with an 8-5 lead. Lady Rams with an RBI chance, and Hawkins will take high for ball 1. Runner led off with a walk. Stole second base, where she stands currently. Here in the inning. Michaels gets set. Here it comes. Looks like she caught the inside corner. We'll get the strike call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carly Verheyen in the on-deck circle for the Lady Rams. Trailing by 3 runs. Oh, a line drive from the bat of Hawkins into the bed of Kaylee Royce's shortstop. There she is again. And now we'll retire the side. Through 4.5. Lady Rams trail 8-5. This is Mount Vernon softball from WMIX Sports.
Are the features with your free checking account disappearing? Hi, this is Nina Reitnauer, Relationship Banker with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. A free checking account from People's National Bank includes unlimited check writing, no minimum balance requirements, online banking, bill pay, a Visa check card, and only takes $100 to open. Stop by People's National Bank and get the free checking account you deserve.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC, non-usage fees may apply.
You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get out a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Find us on Facebook. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, as we head to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Lady Rams trail Olney 8-5. 5 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 5 left aboard for Mount Vernon. 8 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, 6 stranded for the Lady Tigers. Of course, we'll have some changes in the Lady Ram lineup. Choose all of those and just stack them out. Mallory Garner is going to move over to second base. Jasmine Hawkins stays in at right. Lauren Heinzman's in left. Micaiah Rush is in at center field. Looking at the rest of the Lady Ram lineup, of course, Colleen Scoble takes over at third base. Bria Meyer comes in to pitch, and it looks like Verheyen slid over to shortstop in the moves. We have a new Lady Ram catcher as well. Caitlin Motts will lead it off. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for Olney. As Rachel Wright now your catcher. Start out the game, I believe, at shortstop, or actually second base. It's to be swung on a miss on a first pitch changeup. 0-1 to Motts. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're online at WMIXsports.com. We'll get your archive up later. 0-1 coming. Oops. Going to bounce around before it gets to the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Australia trailed Salem 6-1 in the 7th inning in baseball action. Softball side, Carlisle was leading Woodlawn in the 6th, 10-4. Warren Township beat Harrisburg in baseball 5-3. As the 1-2 will be tipped foul to stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mary, let's double check that on the Twitterverse. Mere scores. But now that's gone. Marion beat Murphy today, 3-2. That's in high school softball. Tap third base side. Scoville picks it up off the hop, fires to first. There's Hannah Wright with the grab. 5-3 is your first down. Altamont beats Greenville in softball, 4-3. Other scores, softball, JV game here. Lady Rams win 13-1. Wayne City in softball beats Christ Our Rock Lutheran 24-1. As the first pitch to Kendall Miller's a ball inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Scoreboard updates are powered by Tony Wiltshire, State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. The 1-0 is going to catch the plate. Question would have been where it was, high or low, but it's going to be right across the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tony Wiltshire, State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. Find him online at TonyWilt.com. Look for the white State Farm Jeep around town, as this will bounce around for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Kendall Miller. Rhea Meyer, the Lady Ram pitcher. This is low on that. It'll be 3 balls and a strike. Meyer takes over for Danielle Barshevsky, who pitched 3 innings and did a great job in relief, but this is going to miss high. It'll be a 1-out walk to shoot to Miller, and that'll bring up the top of the order. Jensen Yannicka. She walked, stole a base, and scored her last time up back in the 4th, and right now it's 8-5 Olney. Here in the bottom of the 5th, check swing, and Yannicka rung up for a strike that was a little high. Gone around, but didn't see that either. Nothing to 1 the count, 1 gone, 1 aboard here in the 5th. This will bounce around in the dirt, and Rachel Rice going to throw down the hand behind the runner. Not much doing over there. Quick ground ball. Garner was going to try to tag the lead runner, but fires over to first to get the sure out. Yannicka's retired 4-3, but the runner advances to second base. So, that'll be the inning's second out. That'll bring in Kerrigan Coleman. Coleman's 2 for 3 today with a pair of runs scored. They're going to talk things over. Lance Bolt will make his way out. It'll be presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Flagg and staff proudly support the Rams and Lady Rams. Actually just going out to talk to the infield umpire about either, I'm guessing, the baseline or whether or not she was tagged. And if she wasn't tagged, did she run out of the baseline on the way to second base? But nothing doing there, and it'll be an RBI chance for Kerrigan Cole to the lefty. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th, Lady Rams down 8-5. We look to go the distance here from Richland County. First pitch to the lefty. They're going to try to pitch around. It is 1-0. Next one on the way. This is outside. 2-0 is a quick count. And an 8-5 ball game. There are not lights here on the softball and baseball diamonds. They're actually on the football field. As you do see some lights there, at least I haven't found any lights. Come back to the pitcher. Meyer will fire over to first, and that'll take care of things through 5 innings. It's still all the 8, Mount Vernon 5, but this is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer, Ford Square, Mount Vernon. We have one of the hottest car lines in the industry with the Ford Fiesta, Focus, and Fusion. The Ford brand was the top-selling brand in the United States in 2013, and we at Ford Square are determined to make that happen again in 2014. Ford is number 1 because the Fusion hugs curves and embraces fuel efficiency. The Focus is your friend at the pump and your love on the road. And the Ford Fiesta is taking fun and efficiency further. We have over 40 of these cars in stock right now waiting for you. We can offer huge cashback savings and want to deal. We will do anything to make 2014 even better and keep Ford number 1. Come see our associates at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway, Mount Vernon, Illinois, and we will show you why the best never rests. You can always view our new and pre-owned inventory online at fordsquare.com.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, 8-5, Olney on top as we head to the top of the sixth here from Richland County. Carly Verheyen will lead it off. Reaches for one, fouled off left side to third baseman. Barrick will grab it. There's one away. So one pitch, one out for the Lady Rams. It's Warren Heinzman. Steps in with one out, nobody on here in the top half of the sixth inning. Strobel should follow, taking Stewart's place in the lineup, even though she's not playing the same position. Just taking her place in the batting order, I should say. It's the first pitch to Heinzman. It's going to miss up. It's 1-0. 5 runs on 5 hits for the Lady Rams. They do have an error. They stranded 5 runners. As Heinzman waves at a changeup and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lady Rams, JV team gets a win here today, 13-1. Right now, the varsity Lady Rams trying to come back, but will they run out of lights? Ooh, ground ball through the legs of the third baseman. Didn't quite get her glove on it. That was hard hit by Heinzman, and she'll get a board. That'll bring in Colleen Scoble. So Scoble will get an at-bat here, the senior. With a runner on first, 2-1 out. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams Athletics. Here on WMIX, WMIXsports.com. The speedy Heinzman going to second. The throw will get away. She won't have time to get to third as Moss was there to back up the play. So 1-1 to count. Gone. This book has been jotted in as one inning. I started to work ahead. Scribbled all over the thing, as now it should be 1-1 on a pitch that was low and inside. 1 out and a runner on second. Top of the sixth, Lady Rams down 3 runs. Their first matchup with Olney. Not sure if it's a 1-year deal or a 1-year wait and see or a full 2-year committal or maybe longer as Scoble fouled off. Ball's behind here, 1-2. Rim Lake College powers our video streaming. It returns with Rams football in August. Log on to rlc.edu, apply online, see which of their more than 100-degree and certificate programs is right for you. Or just see how you can save thousands on your college education. 1-2 to Scoble inside. Heinzman thinking about going to third. Enter the catcher will run her back to second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. As Salem beats Centralia 6-1. Now the 2-0 on the way. Swung on, fouled off, third base side. We'll do it again. 2-2 the count. 5 runs for the Lady Rams on 5 hits. 8 runs on 8 hits for Olney. Larissa Michaels has done a great job in relief. And as of now, stands to be the winning pitcher if things hold true. Swung and missed. High fastball that time chased. That'll be the second out. There's an RBI chance on the base pass, and this is going to bring in Hannah Wright. Wright's 2 for 3 today. She singled twice with an RBI. She scored, and looking to get an RBI here. Darkness appears to be looming here in the 6th inning. This will be a high strike. Well, they have Heinzman. She has a chance to get back to second base, so the throw got away off the top of the glove of Barrett over there at third base. 0-1 the count to Hannah Wright. Ferocious winds around the area. At least that's what's reported at Salem. As the 0-1 comes, it's going to be inside. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Lady Rams seeking their first win of the year. They're 0-3. Lost 2 games in the Fairfield tournament this past Saturday to Marshall and to Heron. 1-1 coming. This will be corked down the third base side. That'll be a fair ball, and it will be a ground rule double, scoring a run because there's no fence down in foul territory. The fence quits the fair foul hole. So once it crosses that on the ground, it automatically becomes a ground rule double because it is out of play. As it stands, an RBI ground rule double. The Lady Rams are back within 2, 8-6, but still an RBI chance. And because Rachel Wright is your catcher, she's reinserted same spot in the batting order. She's 1 for 2 today, and now she'll foul one straight back near us, and it'll be 0-1. She has an RBI chance. She can bring in her older sister. Down a pair of runs. The Mount Vernon Lady Rams. Right, looking to change that. That is going to shade foul. Had home run distance. Would have tied the game. And she straightened it out. Down 0-2 in the count with 2 outs and a runner on second here in the top half of the 6th. 8-6 ball game. So Lady Rams are trying to make a comeback and get that first win of the year. Lady Tigers looking for win number 2. Pitch in route. It's going to get away. It's going to be high. Down the third base will go Hannah Wright. And run number 7 is that much closer. The count evolves to 1-2. Second Chance Auto, one of our Rams boosters. Largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced under $10,000 in one location. Bank rate financing for all. It's all at Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East. Rachel Wright will lift that foul as it hits the roof of the building we are in. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes still with 2 outs and a runner on third base. Lady Rams looking to make something happen. A long strike earlier, a loud strike, as Rachel Wright just missed a home run by about 2 feet to the left. See what happens, 1-2. Oh, just fouls that one off. The catcher unable to hang on. Ginder, who's done a solid job behind the plate. And it stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. Don't forget we're on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're also on Facebook. Scoreboard tonight at WMIXsports.com. Be on the lookout. 1-2 coming. Reaches for that. That's going to take an awkward spin into the batter's box. Umpire says fair ball. Nobody paying attention. Thinking it was a foul ball. But that had some awkward English on it, so that'll be a base hit for Rachel Wright. That brings in Mallory Garner with runners at the corners. Tying run on first. Go-ahead run at the plate here in the top half of the 6th. Of course, you're with a case where, unlike baseball, softball plays with that bright yellow ball, so they might buy some added time. As the skies are dark, the sun behind the clouds and eventually behind the horizon. Top of the 6th, 8-6 ball game. Lady Rams down a pair of runs. Pitch on the way, Mallory. This is going to be lifted high. Into the grass. Shortstop Royce will make the grab, and that will end the Lady Rams threat as they strand a couple of runners here in the 6th. It's still 8-6 Olney. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
Back to Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back on WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with you. Holly Carroll back at our Mount Vernon studio. Danny Zerwinski on assignment. He rejoins me tomorrow for Rams baseball at home against St. Teresa. The Bulldogs come to Brennan Klein Memorial Field. We'll be there. You're home for every pitch of Rams baseball. WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting as we hit the bottom of the 6 o'clock hour, at least within the window. For the Lady Tigers here in the bottom half of the 6th, they will send up Taylor Barrett, Paige Ginder, and Kaylee Royce. I see no defensive changes for the Lady Rams. Bria Meyer out for a second inning. It's a pitch past Barrett, 0-1. Game started at about 4:38. It was 8 minutes late. About at the 1 hour, 48-minute mark. Pitch in the dirt. There'll be 1 ball, 1 strike to Barrick. Lady Rams back in action on Monday. They host the Waltonville Centreville Lady Spartans. Rams, of course, will be at Benton that day. It's a 1-1 count. Set foul, third base dugout. It'll be 1-2. We're on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Give us a follow. Find us on Facebook. We're on YouTube. Video highlights, archives, and more at WMIXSports.com. Scoreboard later tonight as we await the 1-2 pitch to Barrett. Here it comes. Ground ball. There's Scoble to pick it up. Fires over to first. And Wright will have to make the tag. And there's your 5-3 put-out to start off the inning. Lady Rams had a chance there in the top half to tie it. They had the tying run on first base. Of course, Rachel Wright just missed a 2-run blast by about 2 feet. Had plenty of distance. Just said straighten it out. 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 7 left aboard for the Lady Rams. Here comes. Ground ball, tapped foul. Third base side by Ginder. Count is 0-1. 8 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Olney's also stranded 7 runners today. As Meyer gets set, here comes the 0-1 pitch. Fouled off over the first base dugout this time. Count is 0-2. Community First Bank of the Heartland is your official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams here on WMIX. All of high school sports in reality. As the 0-2 pitch is going to miss up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the right-handed Ginder. She is 2 for 2 today. She singled twice, had a pair of runs batted in, scored once. Had a walk back in the second. Ooh, swung on and missed on a 1-2 pitch. A fastball there puts 2 outs on the board. Last chance, 7th for the Lady Rams. We'll see Roger Carbonero and Hawkins. See what happens. Down a pair of runs here in the bottom of the 6th. Swung on a miss on the first pitch by Kaylee Royce. Gave up 4 runs through 2/3 of an inning in the first. Marissa Michaels came on in relief. She stands to win if the score holds true. 0-1. Out in front of it. No balls, 2 strikes. The First Bank is home on the one account featuring free checking and high-yield interest. Log on to ComFirstBank.net or find them on Facebook to learn more. Or stop in any of your 5 Jefferson County branches. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Here it comes. Ooh. Up the barrel. This is going to be a ground ball. It's booted by the shortstop and into center field. So the air for the Lady Rams will be their second of the day, and it puts a runner aboard for Olney here in the home half of the 6th inning. So you thought you were out of it. Now that'll bring in Spillman with a runner on first and 2 outs. First pitch ball is 1-0. As Spillman gets ahead of the count here, bottom of the 6th inning, 2-run deficit for the Lady Rams. Tigers looking to add some insurance. Here comes. Waved at and missed. 1-1. Meyer took a little bit off of it that time. Spillman got out in front, and right now the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 gone. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here comes. This one is going to be sent just off of the glove of Garner into right field. Hawkins will get it in. The runner's going to third. The throw is going to be high. Could be another run across the plate, but nope. They will stay put at second and third, respectively. Oh, my. Unbelievable. So that'll bring in Sarah Hill, the DP. Reached on an error. Blown out twice. But now has a pair in scoring position. Here it comes. Probably put it out of reach for the Lady Rams. With the base hit here. Back at it tomorrow for Rams baseball. Back at it basically every day except Sunday the next couple of weeks. Diving stop by Meyer. A run will score, and Hill will make it to first base on the infield single. Gets a run batted in. Meyer was trying to keep it from getting up the middle. Did all she could, knocked it down, but it wasn't much she could do after that. And even if she could have, then still went across the plate with the run. So 9-6 your score. Runners on first and third. They're at the corners with 2 outs for Mott's. Bottom of the 6th inning, the Tigers are not done offensively. Try to put it out of reach. The last chance, 7th strike on the outside corner. Here in the bottom of the 6th, a 9-6 ball game. Will it be more? So Meyer gets set. The 1-1 coming. That is going to be tapped foul, third base side. It'll be 1-2 with 2 outs. Mott's had an RBI single back in the first. Blown out and grounded out since. Game that is nearing 2 hours in age. 1 ball, 2 strikes, runners at the corners, 2 gone. And this one will be sent the opposite way over the first base dugout on the play. 1 and 2 will be the count. We told you about Community First Bank of the Heartland all day long, our official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. This one will be waved at to the backstop. Stage 1 and 2. Staying alive in the at-bat. Caitlin Motz. They're looking for some bottoms. They've all been sprayed across the yard via foul balls. 6th inning action from Olney. 9-6 Tigers on top. Here in the bottom half of the inning. Myers set, ready for the pitch. Mont's the right-handed batter with the runner going. This one's going to be fisted the opposite way. It'll be a foul ball. Stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Saturday Sports Show comes your way Saturday morning. We'll have the WMIX Sports social media question of the week. Plenty of gas, plenty of talk. The 1-2 golf foul down the third base side. Count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good at bat for Mont, staying alive. Getting the RBI single back in the first, and he has an RBI chance here with runners at the corners. 2 outs at the bottom of the 6th. A 9-6 lead for the Tigers. Pitch, waved at and missed. And that will take care of things here in the 6th. We are through 6 innings, 9-6 Olney. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
Did your bank recently stop offering free checking? People's National Bank still has free checking with the added convenience of a Visa check card, online banking, bill pay, money pass, and mobile banking. Stop by People's National Bank located at 413 South 34th Street in Mount Vernon today for details on how to get your free checking account.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC, non-usage fees may apply.
Backaches, bad hips, rickety knees? Why not try aquatic therapy? The Red Lake College Aquatic Center has more than a swimming pool. Try a 6-lane, 75-foot lap pool, along with a whirlpool 10 feet in diameter and a 10-foot by 20 hydrotherapy pool. Aquatic therapy is very affordable. In many cases, the tuition is waived entirely. With special access and dressing areas for the elderly and physically challenged, getting in the water is easy. Experts are on hand to assist with various areas of aquatic fitness and rehab. Call 437-5321 extension 1207 or visit rlc.edu.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. Driven by Ford Square, this is Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball.
Welcome you back. Last chance for the Lady Rams. It'll be Micaiah Rush, Hannah Carbonell, and Jasmine Hawkins as we hit the top of the 7th inning. If they don't score 3 runs, this one's over. We head to our Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show after the break. See what happens as Rush leads it off. Pitch on the way from Michaels, swung on a miss. It'll be 0-1 to Micaiah. My Carbonell, she was removed. I just haven't updated my book in terms of the batting order. 0-1. Micaiah going to try to bunt her way on. As the batter is out, she ran into the softball in fair territory. That is your first out of the inning. That's just bad luck. Of course, you have to be cognizant of the situation and not run into a batted ball out of the box. So they'll bring in the pitcher, Meyer, with 1 out, nobody on. Here comes. Takes a strike across the inside corner. It's 0-1. One out, nobody on. Last chance, 7th inning for the Lady Rams. Down 3. It's 9-6 Olney. Swung on a miss on the 0-1. Make it 0-2. Community First Bank is the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. We'll have your scoring and stats in your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show after this. Lady Rams hoping to extend it a little bit longer as this is pop, foul, first base side, just out of the reach of Spillman. Count stays the same. Lady Rams will presumably head to the Heron Regional in the postseason. There's regionals at Heron and Salem. You would assume the Lady Rams would head south, as they did a year ago. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here for Meyer with the bases empty in the 7th, and she'll take it low. The count will even itself here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Meyer's set, 2-2 pitch, right back up the middle for a base hit. Not over yet for the Lady Rams. Tying run moves into the on-deck circle as Jasmine Hawkins heads to the plate. She's 1 for 2 today. She walked, she singled of the RBI variety back in the 3rd. She lined out in the 5th. Now in the 7th here, hoping that has only batted in odd-numbered innings with 1 out and a runner aboard. Last chance 7th for the Lady Rams. Strike right down the middle for Hawkins. Nothing to want. Hawkins wears number 1. Of course, 1 means more Community First Bank. It's free checking and high-yield interest. Member FDIC, Community First Bank of the Heartland. 0-1, fouled back, 0-2 now for Hawkins. Should we see a bottom half of the 7th inning, it'll be 9-1 and 2 due up for Olney. Lady Rams need 3 runs across the plate. Haven't scored more than 3 runs in the inning, save the first. Ooh, just off of the hands of Lance Bull for third base coaching box. Actually, he's pulling the Renee Latchman. He's well outside it. 0-2 the count to Jasmine. Jasmine Hawkins at the dish with a runner on first. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Tying run in the on-deck circle is for Hyatt. As this is going to miss high. Waste that time. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 coming outside. Count will even 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first, 1 out, top of the 7th, 9-6 ball game. Lady Rams need some offense. Here comes Hawkins. Will foul it straight back to stay alive. One has been a good at bat. She did this earlier and walked back in the first. 2-2 the count with 1 gone and a runner on. Lady Rams down 3. Most they've trailed by this game. They led 4-0. We're tied at 4. Trailed 5-4. Tied at 5-5. Trailed 8-5. Trailed 8-6. Now trailed 9-6. A brief glimpse at your history of this game. They had a baseball game over yonder. Got over well before this one. Here comes the pitch on the way. Hawkins. She'll wave it a change-up and miss. That's your second out. Lady Rams are down to their last chance. It'll be Carly Verheyen as Lauren Heinzman moves into the on-deck circle. Lady Rams have 2 outs, down 3. Game is now 2 hours and 1 minute old. And the Lady Rams stretch it out just a little bit longer. Verheyen swings to the pitch. It's not close. It's nothing to want. Lauren Michaels, the pitcher, trying to get the win, and she's a strike away. 0-2 the count to Carly Verheyen. 2 gone. A runner on first base, top half of the 7th. Lady Rams trail 9-6. Is this the out pitch? Nope, it's going to be in the dirt, 1-2. Tried to get her to chase a low, and it didn't happen. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Jammed found on the third base side. Scoots out of play. It remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Rams looks like they're going to start out on fire, up 4-0 after the first half inning. Tigers come back to tie it in the bottom half at 4. And the rest, as they say, is history. 9-6 game. Lady Rams down to their final strike. 1-2 pitch misses outside, leaving things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Maybe taking some of the pressure off of Verheyen. Verheyen came in the bat for Shelf in the first. As this one is going to be lifted into left field. Dances out of distance, and we are back within 1. It is 9-8. As Verheyen blasts a 2-run shot over the left field wall out of nowhere on a 2-2 pitch. That dead red there. And Lady Rams are back within 1 with new life. If I seem caught off guard, it's because I am. Did not quite expect that. Now it's 9-8. The tying run is at the plate. Wow. That one ran out of real estate, to borrow a tired cliche. Coleman couldn't go any further. Went from a can of corn to a 2-run homer. Adds a changeup will fool Heinzman. She's down in the count, 0-1. Unbelievable. No balls in the strike. Heinzman takes it low and away. Count is even at 1-1. 9-8 the score. Lady Rams are back within one, top of the 7th, 1-1 to Heinzman. Swings and misses. The Lady Rams again down to their final strike. They found a home run down to their final strike last at bat. What will they find this time with a 1-2 count and 2 outs? Michael trying to keep the win in her favor. Michaels, I should say. With 2 outs, the base is empty. In stands the freshman Heinzman. Takes it high. This will work the count back to 2-2. Just where it was an at-bat ago. As Carly Verheyen hits the first home run on WMIX, actually the second. Tommy Weber hit a pretty good one yesterday. First softball home run on WMIX this season as the pitch misses low, it's full count. Of course, we'll head back to Benton Monday, where we wonder if Weston Mason's home run of 2011 has landed yet. Full count. Going to miss high, and that'll put the tying run on first base. As the Lady Rams are trying to stay alive. Will we have a bottom of the 7th? Lance Bolt's going to talk it over with Colleen Scoble. He's going to go with a pinch hitter here for Scoble. Only imagine the excitement in the dugout right now for Lady Rams. Tying run on first base. We will have a pinch hitter here. The pinch hitter is going to be a reinsertion. This will be Alexis Stewart. Stewart's going to be reinserted here with the tying run on first base. We start out the game at shortstop. Played primarily second base prior to that. Now the runner on first is the tying run. Top of the 7th, last chance, Lady Rams. With 2 outs, looking for win number 1 on the year. Can they pull it off in a comeback? Pitch misses high. Heinzman is going to be safe at second base. Tag not in time. You hate to make your final out on the steal, but that's a good aggressive move there by Lance Bolt to send Lauren Heinzman. And now an RBI chance with a well-placed base hit to tie it up, maybe for Alexis Stewart. 1-0 coming. It's going to be inside. Nope, it catches the corner. 1-1. Fooled everybody, I think. Of course, I do no favors by calling for the umpire. 1-1 the count, 2 gone. Top of the 7th. That's going to be low. 2-1. Can the Lady Rams pull it off and tie things up here at the top of the 7th? Heinzman, the tying run at second base. 2-1 count on the batter, Stewart, with 2 outs here. Pitch in route. This one is going to be fouled off left side. The third baseman will get underneath it. And that is going to end the threat here in the top of the 7th. What a grab by Barrick. And that will end things. Lady Rams will fall here this afternoon by a score of 9-8. To Olney, East Richland. We'll take a break and come back with your Schmidt AAA postgame show. This has been Lady Rams Softball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes. Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whap! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888-LANDERS to set up your repair. Deer claims are common, and usually a very simple process, which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need us. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Bad credit, no problem. Auto Mart of Salem is here to help. Auto Mart of Salem is your local shop here, pay here headquarters. Quality cars, vans, SUVs, and trucks in stock now. All credit applications are accepted. Shop here and pay here at Auto Mart of Salem, 1819 West Main, Salem, Illinois. Shop online at automartofsalem.com or call us at 618-548-8611.
This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And welcome you back here on the road at Olney. The Lady Rams lose a close one, 9-8. You're on our Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. I'm Chris Hugo. Danny Zerwinski on assignment today. He is back with us tomorrow for Mount Vernon Rams baseball. We hope you'll take the time to tune into our broadcast as the Rams left for St. Teresa Bulldogs. But here on the road at Olney, Lady Rams come up just short, 9-8. They made it close in that 7th inning on a 2-run shot by Carly Verheyen. Of course, we'll take a look at your scoring here. Lady Rams had 8 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors, 8 left on base. 9 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, 9 left aboard for Olney. Winning pitchers Larissa Michaels, losing pitcher Danielle Barshevsky. And this game took 2 hours and 6 minutes to play. That's what your scoring and stats in your Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show. We'll come back to your player of the game. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get in a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Your future is calling. With a GED test and some help from Ren Lake College, you can answer the call. The current test expires at the end of 2013 and your scores will expire too if you don't finish and pass the test by then. Don't feel prepared? Don't worry, we can help. Visit finishtheged.com to learn more. Don't miss the chance to turn one small step into your next big opportunity, like college, a better job, and the respect you deserve. Finish your GED by the end of 2013. Questions? Call Ren Lake College's Adult Education and Literacy Department today at 437-5321.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball.
It became a thriller in the 7th inning. Welcome back to your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show as Lady Rams fall here 9-8 to fall to 0-4 on the year. Your player of the game, of course, Carly Verheyen, hit a 2-run home run out of nowhere down to the final strike. 2-2 was the count. And the Lady Rams come up just short, 9-8 your final. You're on the road at Olney. Olney improves to 2-3. Lady Rams fall to 0-4. We're back with Lady Rams next Saturday. That'll be at the Vandalia Tournament. So tune in then. You can find our full broadcast schedule online at WMIXsports.com. For Holly and Carol, I'm Chris Hugo, your WMIX Sports team today. Thank you for accessing our broadcast. Stay up to date on Twitter at WMIX Sports. That's going to do it for us today from Olney. So long.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports. Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Lady Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Lady Rams softball is also presented in part by the the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. Stay in the game on Twitter. Follow us at WMIX Sports or log on to WMIXsports.com. Now back to America's best music on the legendary WMIX.